Hello there, from the very tail end of the Boneyard here in Dinoland at Walt Disney's Animal Kingdom, or I guess it's just Disney's Animal Kingdom, but either way, I feel like that bad pun of a joke was warranted because we are, of course, in Dinoland where puns rule. So, you know, that was probably one of the worst jokes you're gonna hear. I mean, until I say another one. But Dinoland has always been sort of the land of the dinosaurs, of course, but also puns. So if I have any other bad jokes, which I probably will, you'll probably have a handful of bones to pick with me. But like I said, it's the very last day, the last hours here of the Boneyard. It's like 2 o'clock now. They close at 6. So we're approaching the last 4-ish hours of the Boneyard here. It's always been a difficult place to film because I don't want to film a bunch of kids, but there's less kids here than usual actually, so that's good because it'll be a little easier to film, but I just, I have to film it. It's the last day, so we were just standing by the Olden Gate Bridge. That bridge will take you over to more of the dig site where they are unearthing a mammoth, but that is covered in kids, so I will not be filming that today, or I guess ever, but yeah, that place has always kind of been near and dear to my heart because I'm from Indiana and our state fossil is a mastodon, which isn't really a mammoth, but it's close. And that was our mascot where I went to college, with a mastodon, so it's close. It's kind of like a mammoth. But I have tons of memories of digging up that mammoth fossil when I was a kid and when I was an adult. I say was an adult, but still am, of course, but you know what I mean. But I have covered the lore and the story of all of Dinoland and the Boneyard in another video, so if you want to find that, it's on the channel somewhere. So I won't go into that here because I don't have enough time. But back here has always been a place to find all the lore. Not all the lore, but a chunk of the lore. Back there on that whiteboard is some of it. But it all started here, actually, up on top. Like I said, the lore is in a different video, so I won't be covering it today, but it was all started up here. This is kind of the origins of the whole land from this point. So I'll try to cover a little bit of the dig site and the Boneyard while I can. So we'll make our way back over here. And there's actually details I discovered today that I've never seen, and I've been here thousands of times. There's a certain hidden Mickey, but like I said, it's over where the mammoth is, so I can't show that hidden Mickey today. There will be a picture of it on my Instagram. But this has always been one of my favorite places because I love bad jokes and puns and I love dinosaurs. So here's a cool detail. This rock, which is also like the staircase you can use to get up and down here, is layered with sediment, of course, just like any other find would be. So this has the layer here, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm good at pronouncing a lot of dinosaur names, but not that, and that's not a dinosaur name, of course. So that runs through the center of this structure here, and you can go down it, or up it, of course. We're going to go down it, but you can still see these layers forming as you go up or down. And they are labeled, so we saw that first label. There's a label here as well, if you can find it. It is right there in that steps. Those steps. The late Cretaceous layer. I somehow never noticed those details until today. So that is an awesome thing. Here's a really good view of those layers I'm talking about. If you come over here, you can really see how the soil has kind of formed and settled over the centuries, millions of years, which also ties into the riverbed history and the building of the dam history that really led to the creation of Dinoland, fictional, of course, in the story. So that's kind of where it all started, right there with those layers. If we come over this way, you can see more of those layers, of course, yet again. Literal layered storytelling. The thing that they used to be really good at, but they don't do that anymore. But there's some layered storytelling, literally. But then you also have all the cool, fun little finds that you don't really get to find unless you explore and look for them yourselves. Like this door up here. Earlier today, I felt bad for the kid, but there's a kid coming up to his door and he was about to like open it, and his mom was like, "Get down from there. You can't open that door. Don't touch it. It's locked." But of course, if you come back here and actually open the door.
Close that door, you little rascal.
That's an interesting one, but no need for name calling. But let me try again. See if you'll actually.
Hey, close that door.
Interesting. There's a lot of little things like that that not a lot of people know about in the land. Another one that I love are when they work, these footprints here. You can step on them and they will make dinosaur stomps or roars, like that one. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't either. Yeah, sadly a lot of them don't work, but there's more of that layered storytelling, of course. And we'll go through the tunnels here. We'll get low, we'll go through this tunnel. I'm kind of scatterbrained this tour, going all over, but here's some more of those layers and storytelling elements. Here's something not a lot of people know about either. You come over here to this Parasaurolophus, and you can hit the rib cage. And I guess it was a musical Parasaurolophus, because he is basically a xylophone. Love it. There's a lot of things like that. And I mean, I just love these little, you know, vignettes, I guess you could say, of the Triceratops. Which also have many, many storytelling details to them. Scattered throughout the land, which I can't show right now because people are sitting in front of them. Yay! But that's okay. That means this place is busy, even though the idiots in charge claim it's not, so they're going to close it. But that's neither here nor there. But here's some of the storytelling. You can see who's kind of operating the site right now. It's kind of an intern named Mark Rios. We saw upstairs earlier in that big whiteboard. He was one of those. So most of the interns, or most of the people working here are interns. There's a few professors. Dr. Dunn is one of them. You'll see his name scattered all over, and Dr. Shirley Wu. But there's a few of them that are more prone to troublemaking than others. But this is just, this is my favorite part in all of the Boneyard, just the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton and fossil. It's so much fun. Another one I love is the Pachycephalosaurus. I have a ton of pictures of me just sitting on him, and yeah, I don't know. I'm weird like that. I just love everything about Dinoland and the Boneyard. And if you're watching this, you probably do too. So then here's another one of those signs here. And who is operating this one? Sam Gonzalez, another intern. I don't really see any notes from any doctors on this one, so I guess that's a good thing, because they always kind of have something to say about what the intern has to say. The intern will put kind of their take on the situation and on the dig site, then the doctor will come in and say, actually, here's what I think, or make sure you back your claim up, or something like that. So there's always kind of some kind of back and forth dialogue between the interns and the professors. So we'll go over here and we'll see something that not a lot of people know about. Also, more of that layered storytelling. I'm really digging for those jokes, I guess. Come back over here. Gotta see what's in these crates. Is there anything in these crates, I wonder? Let's try to find out. Let's open it here. I guess there's a live specimen in that crate. What about this crate?
Oh, thank you.
Apparently they have some live specimens in there. I don't know. I'll just come back over this way. I'm just gonna kind of randomly, aimlessly walk. You can probably hear that background music. I love the background music loop here between Diggin' and Dinoland and I Am a Paleontologist, and it's just all the great songs that are just perfect for the land. That roar, if you heard it, always reminds me of the roar at the end of Ellen's Energy Adventure. Then we find more of those details and storytelling that tell the story of not just the Boneyard, but the entire land. Jenny is another one of those interns. She gets tasked with a lot of the little detail work and the dirty work, you could say. I always feel bad for Jenny, but she works hard and always gets the job done. But there's just tons of little detailed boards like that all throughout the Boneyard. Dr. Wu left a note here. Because Jenny is running this site. Now there are some typos on a few of them. Instead of Jenny Weinstein, it'll say Jenny Wallenstein, I think. So I don't understand why or how a typo happened there. But her name is Jenny Weinstein, canonically. I don't know what happened with the typo of the last name on a few boards. And as far as I have found out, that is an actual typo. It's not like there's a story reason behind it. It's not like there's two Jennys. No, it's just that for some reason there was a disconnect in communication and they ended up with two different last names for Jenny. So, interesting tidbit. As much as I love the land, it is not perfect. I found something that I'm not a huge fan of, but like, oh well, they just got a name wrong on a couple of plaques. No biggie. And in my recreation at home, I'm going to be doing, I might even play into that and kind of mess with that. Maybe there will be two Jennys, or maybe it'll just be like a pseudonym and she uses it to throw off the professors, or I don't know. There might be a reason. I might be able to use it to my advantage and come up with something clever. We'll see what happens there. Let's climb back up this middle section. Well, I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to film in here because there are kids all over and I don't want them in the videos constantly, which is hard. I'll go up these steps. No, there are more kids climbing up those steps. Never mind. Aha, that sign is finally open. Let's go look at the Triceratops sign here. Animal is operating this site. So here's some back and forth between Rio's Dr. Dunn, Animal, and Sam, which Animal might be a certain intern. I won't give that away here. But Sam has a claim that maybe those two Triceratops got horn locked in a fight of some sort, and then they couldn't get unlocked and they died of starvation. That's his claim anyway. Or is it Animal's claim? I don't know. That's up for you to decide. But Dr. Dunn says, good theory, but no facts to back it up, so maybe not. I don't know, I just love that little back and forth between all the professors and all the interns. I'm basically an honorary intern with the amount of time I've spent back here in Dinoland and all the time I spent hanging out with like Ben Diggin, that intern, and certain other interns. Today we saw Ben Diggin. He was being an intern. He was interning over at Restaurantosaurus, and he even said, he's like, oh, Evan's another one of the interns, so I'm an honorary intern, I guess. I have never disputed any claims between Dr. Dunn or Dr. Wu, so I guess I have that to check off the bucket list before what's left of the land goes extinct. But after today, it's going to be even sadder. It's just going to be Dinosaur and Restaurantosaurus. That is going to be all that's left. So that is going to be a sad fact, but it's better than nothing, I guess. It's kind of that debate of, would you rather just be all gone in a snap of a finger, or would you rather just kind of die slowly and you can still experience pieces of it as long as you can? So, I don't know. Dinosaur is going to be around for a little while longer, and I will love that while I can. I mean, I'm still going to love it once it's gone, but you know what I mean. Like, I will still love the Boneyard. Some of the props and signs hopefully have been strategically removed already, though. Like, I don't know if you can really make it out on the video, but back on that fence, there were a few more of those like safety type signs, like that one right there, the yellow one. There were like 2 more right there. One was like a Velociraptor's crossing or something like that. But those have been removed, so you can barely make out their outlines on the fence, at least with your naked eye. I don't know about the video camera, but they've removed a handful of props already, so hopefully it was strategically. Hopefully they know what they're doing with them. I personally don't trust them at all, so that's just me.
So there is an inherent value.
But hopefully they have a plan and they'll end up in archives or end up in a land somewhere else, or an Imagineer's house that worked on the land and they deserve it. Or an antique store so I can buy it. That would be amazing. You know, we got some time. Let me try to go over to the mammoth site and see if I can at least show that hidden Mickey. Try not to show all the millions of kids that are working on the mammoth. The dig site is here in front of us, right here, so I'll just kind of pan this way and not really show what's going on with the mammoth. Believe it or not, it's actually cleared out a little bit. There's not a million kids, there's only a few thousand, but that's okay. I will not be showing it. But here's that hidden Mickey that I just discovered over here. Look at this. I mean, it's not even really that minute, but somehow I'd never noticed. And I was like, what the heck? It's a freaking hidden Mickey. It's so good. Oh, but I just love all the details back here. We got that Stegosaurus crossing. That's a crate from the Institute. Beware. Tyrannosaurus Rex ahead. I want those signs, or signs like them, and I will get them for sure. I have made a lot of progress on the recreation I'm doing at home, which I'm calling, at least if it ends up being a guest room, I'm calling it the Guest Roomosaurus. So we'll see, but it will be a room. And here's some of those details of the mammoth site here. More of the back and forth here. We have Dr. Wu clarifying things, Dr. Dunn clarifying things. Some mammoth excites. Alright, I did a decent job, I think, of not just showing a million kids. I keep going back to that, but it's something I try to avoid, and hopefully other people on the internet try to avoid, but look at that, I love that. The Olden Gate Bridge. I love that thing. Okay, there's no kids right here. Let me show. Right there, a little glimpse of the mammoth. Right there, I love it. And the Olden Gate Bridge in all her majesty. I swear it's a relative of Gertie. But look at that, we're gonna walk right under the Olden Gate Bridge here. Let me go on top of that actual structure over there and see what we can see. There's another mammoth skull up there, so a lot of activity happened here millions of years ago between the Pachycephalosaurus. I guess I jinxed myself. I said I was good at saying dinosaur names. The Pachycephalosaurus, the Parasaurolophus, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Triceratops. There's a few other hadrosaurs down there. One might be a Maiasaur. But apparently there were just 2 mammoths hanging out. Not at the same time as all those dinosaurs, of course, because that is impossible and makes no sense. There's another view of the Olden Gate Bridge. Look at her. Beautiful.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Pop over here. Get a look at this mammoth fossil up here. I love that. Can we get a good view of the Tyrannosaurus? Oh yeah, that's a pretty good view too, right there. Look at that. The Pachycephalosaurus down there. Let me go across the bridge. Why not? Just for the heck of it. You don't get to do it ever, and well, never again here. Between this and Tom Sawyer Island, they just don't want you having fun anymore, I guess. Alright, well, let me make my way out. Not for the last time, because I will be coming back after I stop the video here, but just trying to navigate all the people. You know, because this place is empty. There's no people. No one comes here, right? No one likes it. Yeah, if you ask the idiots making decisions around here, but this place is packed and busy. And because we run into a traffic jam right here, but all right.
Where is my dad?
What other big slide?
We will make our way out here. I'll get you one last look of the exterior of the Boneyard. I miss it already. It has another 4 hours or so that I'll get to enjoy it and appreciate it and all of its details and world building and storytelling, layered storytelling. Alright, we'll come back out over here. There's the exterior of the Boneyard. We come over here, if I can. I believe this is one of the signs that has a typo. That'll be the last thing I leave you with. It does. Yep, here it is. Jenny Wallstein. Interesting tidbit. Not sure why there's a typo, but it's kind of funny. I'll play into it in some of the references I make in the Guest Roomosaurus. But that's all from Dinoland today and the Boneyard. So until next time, everybody, may the stars light your way.